would have a selection, a music selection, fraternal hymn, excuse me, the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. It's like we're having a few audio issues, but we'll get that squared away.
Brother Tyler, could you take us in the lead, please, sir?
One second, brothers. I was trying to get the screen sharing. 1 second. One second, brothers. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to a place for which our Father sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our wearies, God of our silent tears, Thou who has brought us thus far along the way, Thou who has by Thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you, Brother Tyler. I'm Brother Tristan Hayes. I'm the current historian for Nu Theta Sigma. I'm going to talk about the fraternity history first. Phi Beta Sigma fraternity was founded January 9th, 1914 on the campus of Howard University by the three most honorable founders, I'm all tripping. A. Langston Taylor, Leonard Francis Morris, and Charles I. Brown. They were founded not first, but actually they were the first organization on the Howard campus recognized as a letter organization. Their goal was to organize a Greek letter fraternity that would truly exemplify the ideas of brotherhood, scholarship, and service. They wanted a fraternity where the members saw themselves as a part of, rather than apart from, the general community. That has been devoted to the inclusive we rather than exclusive. Inclusive we rather than exclusive we. A lot of organizations, especially Greek-led organizations, back in the time that our fraternity was founded and the ones before, they were founded on how they can help the actual members progress, whether that's in status, whether that's in monetary things or whatever. But the founders wanted us to have an organization that was really devoted to uplifting the whole community, not just ourselves. Our motto, which goes with that, is culture for service and service for humanity. Since our inception, Phi Beta Sigma has grown more than just a fraternity. We have multiple entities under us. We have the Phi Beta Sigma National Foundation. We have the Phi Beta Sigma Federal Credit Union, the Sigma Beta Club, as well as, the Blue Culture is our Greek paraphernalia store, formerly known as the Sigma Exchange. In 1920, Theta Phi Beta was founded with assistance from Phi Beta Sigma. And for almost 101 years now, we've considered each other brothers and sisters, and we're devoted to keeping that bond close. Some little stats about Sigma. We just turned 107 years old, so that's 107 years of service. We have, just like the US and world population, we have 200,000 members, but that's usually higher than what the number is. So who knows how many exactly. We have 599 plus active chapters, 2.5 thousand young men that are mentored annually, and we give over 1 million in scholarships to students every year. As Phi Beta Sigma, let me add to that. Our current president is Michael E. Crystal. And now we'll move on to Nu Theta Sigma history. Nu Theta Sigma chapter was chartered for the Central Missouri area. We were chartered on July 16, 2004. The charter members were Todd Ware, Damon T. Clark, Jason Norman, Taiwan Hamilton, Demar Scott, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and then Joseph Ward, who's actually still active. We have currently 18 active members. The areas we serve stretches really a big area. It's more than 120 miles from Kirksville to Jefferson City, including Columbia as well. And we're the first and only chapter covering Central Missouri. Also, some things that Nu Theta Sigma has done and is doing. We adopted William Matthew Middle School in Kirksville, Missouri. where members of Nu Theta Sigma assisted with Mu Tau members, work with students on mentoring, tutoring. They do Black History events and after-school programs. Some notable members of our chapter include Robin Clay. He's now the Central Area Director. And then we have Marcus Cheney, who's currently the Director of Education, and he was a past regional director for the Southern region. Now, moving on to Beta Chi history. I don't even need this sheet, but just in case. Our Beta Chi chapter was chartered at Lincoln University on April 1st, 1949 by 5 members. It was Jennings H. Best, Reuben S. Fogg, Kenneth M. Hobbs, Samuel Q. Parks, and Winchester L. Sidnor. They were sponsored by the Kappa Sigma chapter in St. Louis, which is the oldest alumni chapter in Missouri. Beta Chi is the first and oldest, not alumni, an undergraduate chapter. And our current advisor, the Beta Chi's current advisor is Robin Clay. Our oldest member now for Beta Chi is Conrad Jordan. He's in St. Louis, Missouri. And if anybody would like contact information from him, you can get that from me. Our previous oldest member was Brother Hugh Flowers. Now he unfortunately just passed away past Monday, and he was 84 years old. His son ended up becoming a Sigma as well through the Mizzou chapter. And I can give you information about his service. His service will be this coming Monday at the First Assembly of God in Jefferson City. That's going to be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're working on, a couple of brothers are working on reaching out to the family to get an Omega ceremony organized for that. We'll let you know, and you can contact me if you have big questions about that. I'm going to get on that right after we get up to this meeting. I'm after this conference. Everything here. Yeah. And all chapters mentioned, they're within the Southwestern region under the direction of Michael Murray. Like I said, the current president of Phi Beta Sigma was Michael E. Crystal. And this has been Tristan Hayes with NTS News. Back to you, Brother Massenberg.
Good afternoon, brothers. If y'all don't know me, my name is Ben Massenberg, and I am the first vice president of the Mu Tau chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Training Incorporated. Now to go on to Mu Tau chapter history. So the Mu Tau chapter of Phi Beta Sigma, the Mu Tau chapter of Phi Beta Sigma was founded on March 29th, 1980, on the campus of Northeast Missouri State University, now Truman State University, by 5 men. And these men were brothers Lamont Jackson, brother Kelvin D. Calzette, brother Craig K. Patton, brother Kevin Mitchell, and brother Tracy Gillespie. As his commander, with the help of the Eta Gamma chapter at the University of Missouri Columbia, entered Sigmaland on March 29th, 1980. These men and brother Raymond Roberts started the Mighty Mu Tau chapter, and brother Kevin Calzette served as the first president. Our current president right now is brother Daniel Terry, and as I said, I am the first vice president. As of right now, we have 6 active members, and I believe most of them are on the call right now. Brother Chuma Humphrey, brother Jules Joseph, brother Joseph Jolly, and brother Ike Golston. So some things that we have been doing and are doing. So we take the principles of brotherhood, scholarship, and service to heart, and in order to actually show it, we have to go out in the community and actually make change, and actually let the people know that we are here, which we have been doing this semester. One of our events that we have thrown was titled the War on Education. And it was a virtual event where Brother Richard L. Moss spoke on systemic issues in higher education for African Americans. And that was just a great way for African Americans in higher learning right now to know where they are and where they stand and how they can grow. And that's just what Sigma is all about, helping other people grow, and not just having us grow ourselves. We have to go out and help others. We also have done a small business expo where local small business owners have tabled and sold some of their products while also learning more about how to market their products. With COVID and everything, small businesses took a pretty big hit. And so we were just trying to lend out a helping hand as to how they can still prosper and grow in these times of uncertainty. And we've also done a back to school supply drive to where we collected any sanitation and or academic supplies. And once we did that, we donated it to our adopted school institution, William Matthew Middle School in Kirksville, and they were very pleased and very happy that they had received those items. Yeah, so that is a little bit of Mutah chapter history, and now the next thing we have is the honoring of the founders, and that will be presented by Brother Joel Stancer. Joel.
Good evening or afternoon, brothers and guests. As we are attempting to do this in our virtual world, with our backgrounds and things you see, I have 3 candles here, and each candle represents one of the founders. As we honor the founders, I'll read just a bit of information about each one. Brother A. Langston Taylor was born in Memphis, Tennessee. He is known as the greatest name in the city. Brother Taylor was born January 29th, 1890, and joined the Omega chapter August 8th, 1953. Brother Honorable Founder Leonard F. Morris, born January 12th, 1891, joined the Omega chapter May 22nd, 1961. Founder Morris was a reverend from Boston, Massachusetts. Honorable Founder Charles I. Brown. Honorable Founder Brown was born August 27, 1885, and joined the Omega chapter December 21st, 1981. He is believed to have been born in Topeka, Kansas. These 3 men founded this great organization that has thrived for 107 years, being a brotherhood of conscious men actively serving our community. We believe in the principles of brotherhood, scholarship, and service. And today we give honor and thanks to our founders for creating this great organization.
Thank you, Brother Stancer. My name is Marcus Cheney. I serve as the immediate past president of the New Theta Sigma chapter and also the International Director of Education for Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I have the privilege and honor of introducing our speaker this afternoon, the Honorable Brother Chris V. Ray, JD. Brother Ray serves as the International First Vice President of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Brother Ray was born in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, but grew up in Spring Lake, North Carolina, where he earned academic honors and was a track and field All-American. He attended East Carolina University on a full athletic scholarship, where he holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration with a concentration in Information Systems and a Juris Doctorate degree from William and Mary School of Law. In 2000, Brother Ray enlisted in the U.S. Army as a computer information technology analyst, and after 2 short years, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Signal Corps through the U.S. Army Officer Candidate School. In 2008, Brother Ray was elected to the United States Electoral College, where he officially cast the vote to elect the President and Vice President of the United States. In 2011, Brother Ray was elected the youngest mayor of his hometown of Spring Lake, North Carolina, where he served 3 terms. His leadership in Phi Beta Sigma fraternity began in the fall of 1996, where he was initiating the Xi Nu chapter on the campus of East Carolina University. Over the last 24 years, Brother Ray has served as undergraduate, graduate chapter president, international second vice president, international director of collegiate affairs, international director of technology, the 16th Southeastern Regional Director, faculty member of the Sigma Leadership Academy, international director of social action, and in 2019, as stated, he was elected the international first vice president. Professionally, Brother Ray is the president and CEO of Capital Impact Group, LLC, which is a consulting firm with a focus on organizational strategy, diversity and inclusion, and leadership development, with a portfolio of local government, nonprofit, and corporate clients. I present to you and introduce to others our International First Vice President, Brother Chris V. Ray.
Thank you so much, Brother Dr. Marcus Cheney. And thank you to the brothers of Nu Theta Sigma for extending the invitation for me to be with you all today. Today, of course, I'm just full of emotion as we celebrated 107 years yesterday. And I get the honor, of course, to speak about a subject that is near and dear to my heart, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. As many of you know, on January 9th, 1914, 3 young men decided to be bold and step out and create an organization that they believe would impact the world. Now, Sigma, for 107 years later, we stand on the shoulders of some of the greatest minds of our time, men with strong constitutions rooted in service to our community. As we celebrate our founding, there is so much that our organization can be proud of. We have done great work globally to impact the lives of men, women, and children, and we have produced some of the greatest leaders throughout history. But today, I'm not here to give a speech about the great past of our organization. You can Google us for that. I want to talk to you all about the Sigma I see over the horizon and the Sigma I know that we can be. Now, I don't have all the details of the conversations that were being had in 1913 leading up to the year of our organization being founded in 1914, but I want to believe that a few of the words that was being tossed around was, let's be bold, let's be inclusive, let's stand for some economic empowerment for all, and let's stand up against injustice for all. So to impact the community, it takes bold leadership. The issues that our communities face is great, and it will take extraordinary individuals to address them. Being bold as a fraternity is helping to address the 31% of the Missourians that live in poverty. 21% of those individuals are Black Missourians that live below the official poverty line, compared to 9.8% of those them being white. These families are economically disadvantaged and struggle to meet basic needs like food, housing, utilities, childcare, and transportation. Now is the time that our organization should be partnering with local organizations with a track record of success that is helping to move people out of their circumstances. If there is none, then we're Sigma men. Then we create it, and we create it together. I refuse to believe that an organization with doctors, lawyers, businessmen, teachers, counselors, politicians, and veterans, and a whole host of intellectual capital cannot come together in a room and figure out how they are going to save their community. Now, I am of the opinion that we cannot eradicate poverty, so I'm not saying that. And we can't eradicate it completely, but we can do the good work to reduce it in such a level that it is almost non-existent. Be bold, my brothers, and remind individuals that this is why we are the fraternity of kings and presidents. When I got an opportunity to be in a room with educated folks, I like to always remind them that the degrees that we have are not for you. They are for the world. Your job is to impact the lives of folks that were not able to get the opportunities that each and every one of you have. So again, our founders said, let's be bold. The second thing they said was, let's be inclusive. Our founders understood the richness of diversity and the pivotal role it could play in the longevity of our organization. Now, the other Greeks started out the gate with the paper bag tests and excluding certain individuals based off of their economic status. Sigma understood that this way of thinking would not sustain the Black community, and the impact would be minimizing to this short-sighted endeavor if we did not embrace the richness of diversity. That is diversity within our race and others as well. So they said, let's be bold. They said, let's be inclusive. Now let's stand up for economic empowerment. You know, there is nothing like knowing your worth. I look across this screen and I see the brilliance of our community. We have a collective power that, if unleashed, could literally change the very fabric of the Black community in this generation and in the next. We have a responsibility to use our positions in society to not only move ourselves to a better economic status, we owe it to the communities we serve as well. We have to be on the front lines of economic empowerment for the men and women of our community. Before we can do that, we have to think bigger though. Last night I was speaking to some brothers who spent some time with me, and I gave them a challenge. I said, until we are all free economically, we are not free. Could you imagine a graduate chapter that everyone was debt-free? No student loan debt, no mortgages, no car payment. Imagine what we could do as men if we were not shackled by debt. I know some of you just can't imagine such a thing, but I assure you, when you change your economic status, you change the way you deal with the world and what you can offer the world. You know what is economically empowering? Electing individuals to represent you in spaces of power that got your back, and you actually holding them accountable. Knowing your political power is the thing that moves the needle for our community. But you got to know the people are representing you, and you have to know that they're trying and how they're going to represent you. Okay, so they said, let's be bold. Our founder said, let's be inclusive. They said, let's stand up for economic empowerment. And lastly, let's stand against injustice. Sigma, what are we doing at our local level to address the mass incarceration of Black men in America? Approximately 12 to 13% of the American population is African Americans. But we make up 35% of the jailed inmates and 37% of the prison inmates of the 2.2 million male inmates in America. This injustice is hurting families. This injustice is hurting our communities. You have to use your position to make a difference. How many of us have friends or family members who are convicted felons and tried to find a job but could not? They felt that when they filled out the application for a job, they knew they were going to be denied because they had to check that oh so crazy box that asks if they were a convicted felon. Now, when I first became mayor, one of the first laws I passed in Spring Lake was ban the box. No one knew what that was. It was a new social concept being considered by major cities across America. By the time I was sworn into office as mayor in December of 2011, only 31 cities had impacted this hiring process, called the second chance policy. You see, for those of you who don't know, Spring Lake's employment application today does not ask you if you were a convicted felon, because statistics show that individuals that check that box on a job application does not get called back for a second interview. Now, I'm not saying that an individual who gets interviewed and potentially gets hired before they get hired that a background check is not implemented. But what we're doing is we're clearing the pathway for them to sit in a room and to be able to give their story. In 2011, only one city in North Carolina had this policy, and that city was Durham. By June of 2012, Spring Lake was the second city in North Carolina and the 33rd city in America to have this policy. Now, I mentioned this particular law because it reminds me of why I decided to serve. As a kid, I remember my family members not having the opportunity to get a job because of something they did when they were 18 or 19. And I vowed as a kid that if I had the opportunity to change that, I would. The opportunity came when I had a chance to serve as an elected official, not for my family members per se to benefit, but for the individuals that I never met who would benefit from this law. Today, almost 200 cities and over half of the individual states have adopted this practice. I remember getting calls from other cities from across America asking me for a copy of our law, of our ordinance, and that they were interested in implementing that as well. So today there are men and women who have been given a second chance at life, and to have played an impact role in their life of a person that you'll never meet is a truly power of service. Had I not served or had the desire to address injustice, maybe my city would not have passed that law. Maybe the other cities may not have been inspired by the actions of Spring Lake and not passed the law, or their own, or impacting the lives of the people that they serve. So today, that man, that woman who was given a second chance can now serve their community and support their family. As a collective group, we can address social ills that impact our communities. That is the promise we owe our community for getting out of the hood, some of us, and getting educated. We all do a pretty good job individually. We all do a good job as individual chapters, but imagine what we could do together. So brothers, be bold, be inclusive, stand up for economic empowerment, and for God's sake, don't ever lay down and be silent. Because when injustice takes place, stand up and be heard. So brothers, let's get into some good trouble. Let's get into some necessary trouble and believe in the power of what we can be when we come together as a brotherhood. God bless you all, and thank you for this opportunity. Have a great Founders Day celebration, my brothers.
Thank you, Brother Ray, for such a powerful, moving, engaging speech. We greatly appreciate you and thank you for accepting the invitation to speak today. And we definitely thank you for those wonderful words. At this point now, we're going to move to our awards, starting with our Sigma Man of the Year award. If you give me a second. I'll share my screen. We love this virtual world that we're in. Things don't always work the way we want them, but guess what? We're gonna make it happen. All right, so here we go. So for the Mutah chapter, the Brother of the Year award is awarded to Brother Daniel Terry.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Just want to say a few things real quick. There's been a lot going on, you know, with COVID, personal things in my life at home, my family, my parents. Fraternity has kept me afloat as far as professionalism, as far as conducting myself on a daily basis. Staying organized with school gives me something to look forward to, waking up every day. Being in Kirksville, and it gets a little boring sometimes. Sometimes I get sidetracked, and especially when I go back home to St. Louis, it's just a toxic environment. Sometimes I even lose myself with all the just the peer pressures of different things where I grew up at. And so I just want to say I truly appreciate the founders, all of you guys, for implementing all these things within me as a young man. You know, I'm proud to be president of the Mutah chapter as I give more life, more advice, and more structure to young men after me. So thank you. Go Mob.
All right, and now Brother Davis.
Hey, Brother Stancer. I'm Brother Demetrius Davis, the current Nu Theta Sigma Alumni Chapter President. It's my honor and privilege to give out the Sigma Man of the Year, and there is a catch to it this year. There is ironically 2 catches. There is a 3-way tie. The brothers nominated the brothers of the chapter for this award. With this 3-way tie, how convenient it's a 3. I'm one of the 3. Since I won it last year and chapter president, I am going to defer the 3rd and have a 2-way tie for the other 2 brothers who are ironically 2s when they joined the chapter. And it just indulge me for a second. I just want to read a couple of things that were submitted by the brothers on these 2 brothers. This brother has made my transition to life in Kirksville, Missouri, and joining the alumni chapter a huge success. I found no matter what Sigma you're talking to, 10 out of 10 times, they have the ultimate respect and admiration for this brother. This brother's never talking down on a brother. His aura is consistently positive. He is also a helping brother in the chapter with projects and offering effective ideas for the improvement of the chapter. Another brother said, even though I've only known him for 6 months, he has truly impacted my life already, and I'm extremely grateful. This other brother who is also nominated, who will win this award, say he's orchestrated the monthly Brotherhood luncheons and continues to work tirelessly for the Brotherhood. Another brother said, Brotherhood, exclamation mark. I cannot say enough as to how much things he does for his fellow brothers. He is consistently supporting brothers in need, and I know I can count on him if I need someone. Scholarship, this brother is on top of all things Sigma and is furthering his education. Without further ado, the winners of the Nu Theta Sigma Chapter Alumni Sigma Men of the Year, the 2 deuces, Brother Mike Hartman and Brother Robin Clay.
Hey.
Deuce Club.
Woo.
Go ahead, Robert. You can speak, man.
Oh, wow. Thank you, brothers. I appreciate this. This definitely has come as a surprise to me. I am eternally grateful for all of the brothers of Nu Theta Sigma and Beta Chi chapter. I would be remiss if I did not mention Brother Joseph Ward, who has been a mentor to me since before I joined the fraternity, and has been a brother and a friend, an advisor throughout these years. So I definitely could not be in the place that I'm currently in without the commitment of Brother Joseph Ward, who served as the Beta Chi chapter advisor and president of Nu Theta Sigma for multiple years. And of course, to my co-man of the year, Brother Mike Hartman, the words that they said about him were absolutely correct, that he is a brother who has worked tirelessly for the fraternity, and I am honored to receive this high praise. Thank you, brothers.
I thank you so much to the brothers. I'm never one to want any award. I don't. That's not what I do Sigma for. My heart and soul all go toward furthering the name of Sigma and all that I do. So, brothers, I totally and truly appreciate the honor it is to be considered Sigma Man of the Year. Appreciate each and every one of you And definitely appreciate my chapter that I'm the advisor for, the Mutah chapter. I'm very proud of each one of the young men within that chapter. Love each one of them. And I am just very thankful and gracious, and just want to take time to thank God for the ability that He's given me to be able to do the many things that I do, and a loving family and wife that allows me to also get out and do many things too. Without a great woman behind you, you couldn't do much. And my wife is very understanding of all the things that I do. So again, brothers, thank you. Yes, it is an honor, Brother Clay, to be considered Single Man of the Year with you, and I appreciate you all. And Brother Demetrius Davis, I appreciate you too, brother. Thank you.
Brother Mike, you're an asset, brother.
Thank you, brothers. We have one more award. It is something that is kind of a surprise for some. I've tried to keep it a secret, and try to write down some words that would explain this award. And it's the first time we've ever done it. As president, I wanted to implement something called the President's Lifetime Achievement Award. And we have one brother in our chapter who is well deserving of this. And instead of just talking from the dome, I wrote down some words to share. In 2020, the new Theta alumni chapter began giving awards for Sigma of the Year in both the alumni and on the collegiate level. These were for the brothers, exemplifying our high ideals of brotherhood, scholarship, and service. The brothers also carry themselves by our motto, cultural service and service for humanity. In this new normal, we do not know what tomorrow holds. With the uncertainty in the world, with our federal, local, and state governments and the global pandemic going on, we need to cherish every day. There is a song you used to hear in church, give them their flowers while they live. And I would like to do just that with one particular brother. I want to give him the honor and the respect on this day. This brother is one of our founding charter members of this chapter. He has been and is the foundation of Beta Chi and Nu Theta Sigma. He has held every position in both chapters, as well as serving as a long-standing chapter advisor for Beta Chi. He is a pillar of the community, working with other factions such as Missouri NAACP, Juneteenth celebration, and others. He has always been there for every brother, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. This brother would give his last dime to you if you needed it. When I think of a true brother, Sigma man, and man, this brother is it. His life constitutes the true test of a Phi Beta Sigma man. With all that said, in this new norm, as president of Nu Theta Sigma Alumni Chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, I am extremely happy to announce the first President's Lifetime Achievement Award to Brother Joseph Ward.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming. I definitely appreciate that sentiment, Brother Davis, and the brothers of the Nu Theta Sigma chapter and all of the brothers in the undergraduate chapters. Man, this is what we work for. I had the pleasure of running into Dr. Cheney, and he's been a great inspiration to me. Robin, Mike, Demetrius, man, we, this is what we do it for, man. All the new guys that's coming through the graduate chapter. This is why we love Phi Beta Sigma. I've been in this for 32 years. I'm in my 33rd year. And sometimes, man, it feels like I just started. And it's a wonderful feeling, man, to feel appreciated. But I'm like Brother Mike, I don't do this for any recognition, man. This comes from my heart. And old folks say, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And I hope that everything that I've done has reached the heart of all of my brothers. I consider you brothers and friends and family. A unique brotherhood that I hope that young men would desire to be a part of So thank you all. I definitely appreciate you. I'm getting choked up and trying to hold back tears. I definitely wasn't expecting this, but thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you so much. And just always remember that the cause continues, and that we still got work to do. So let's continue to get into some good trouble, y'all. Go Mob.
And speaking of a good trouble, that box that was sent to you, you can open it now.
I haven't received it yet. I got
Oh.
a nice package from Brother Mike Hartman.
Yeah, that's it. That's the package.
Awesome. I got it then.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh yeah, it's sitting up on my dresser right now, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, all right. That's all for the awards that I have. I'll open up the chair, the voice, the panel to Brother Stancer and Brother Tristan Hayes, the co-chairman of this Founders Day celebration. In our new virtual world, things are very different now. So we've had to adapt, and I feel our chapter and the fraternity as a whole, internationally, galaxy-wide now, with Brother Glover in space, has done a phenomenal job in adjusting to our new norm. So I'll give it to Brother Stancer and Brother Hayes for closing remarks.
Go ahead, Brother Hayes.
I'd like to thank everybody for joining. This is definitely weird. I know I do. I'm pretty sure everybody else looks forward to this event every year, just to celebrate the fraternity and the chapters and the young brothers doing stuff. And it's just like it gets a chance because we don't see each other all the time, especially with some brothers being away in Kirksville or we being away in Jeff City. So it's kind of down that we only get to be together. Probably after this, we'd be going to a restaurant somewhere, clowning, getting ready to get kicked out or something. But it's just what it is now. So it's just keep your head up. I don't know. There's a lot of people going through stuff, a lot of losses, a lot of people going through stuff that they're not really bringing out to their, saying outward. So just keep everybody in your prayers and your thoughts. And we're going to stick through this and get through it together. And congratulations. Thanks everybody for participating.
Just echoing what Brother Hayes said, this has been a challenging time for all of us. And I want to personally say thank you to everyone in the chapter and our affiliated undergraduate chapters, Brother Ray, Brother Murray, for just being the people and the brothers that you are. Moving to Missouri about a year and a half ago, I was welcomed to this chapter by my former regional director, Brother Marcus Cheney, Dr. Cheney. And so just having that familiar face, but then being welcomed by Brother Clay and Brother Davis and Hartman and all the rest, has just been amazing. And thank you all so much for everything and supporting and making sure that this program was a success.
We'll now turn over to Brother Tyler for a rendition of our fraternity hymn.
All right, brothers. Who's gonna go ahead and do the prayer after that third verse?
I will do it, brother.
All righty, here we go. Sorry about that. The founders of our wondrous man, in numbers though were three, taught ideals high which soon became a part of every feast. Said they are called, let us make known, all brothers don't dismay. Fear not, fight on, for in this wise our cause speeds on its way. Fear not, fight on, for in this wise our cause speeds on its way. From western plains to eastern hills, there comes a shout of praise, a shout which tells of babe is Beta Sigma race. A shout which swells too loud, hurrah, and to us seems to say, fear not, fight on for our cause. Speeds nobly on its way. Fear not, fight on for our cause. Speeds nobly on its way. March on, ye mighty hosts, nor think the journey done, nor of the future deeds to boast, till we the victory won. Then when we hear from time to time, oh, Sigma, what of the day? We'll thunder back along the line. Our cause speeds on its way. We'll thunder back along the line. Our cause speeds on its way.
Brothers, as we depart from this place, let us keep mindful of our mission to serve, a culture for service and a service for humanity. Let us remember the ideals of brotherhood, scholarship, and service, and go out actively serving as conscious men who serve our communities. So now, as we depart from this place, never let us be far from your presence. This we pray humbly. Amen.
We'll thunder back along the line. Our cause speeds on its way. We'll thunder back along the line. Our cause speeds on its way. Go, Mom, to the Mom.